Virgin Galactic once promised to redefine space tourism, yet recent developments suggest a troubling pattern of silence and setbacks. While the public sees sleek spacecraft and glamorous launches, internal reports reveal delays, missed targets, and growing investor skepticism. Richard Branson's dream of affordable space travel attracted massive attention, but reality hasn't matched the company's grand marketing vision. The VSS Unity, once the poster child of commercial space travel, has suffered repeated schedule changes and technical malfunctions. Despite flashy headlines, Virgin Galactic's flight manifest is shrinking, while competitors like SpaceX and Blue Origin surge ahead. In 2021, the Unity 22 flight carried Branson himself, a strategic PR win that masked deeper operational issues. Post-flight, insiders noted performance anomalies and unresolved questions about the flight's altitude and mission duration. In fact, the FAA temporarily grounded the company after Unity 22 veered off its approved flight path. Virgin Galactic's response lacked transparency, issuing vague statements instead of concrete data on flight safety. Such ambiguity has raised eyebrows among aerospace analysts and watchdog agencies monitoring private spaceflight progress. Meanwhile, paying customers who booked flights years ago are left waiting with minimal updates or confirmed timelines. Many early ticket holders, some who paid $250,000 or more, now wonder if they'll ever reach suborbital space. Technical challenges with Virgin's hybrid rocket motor system have contributed to repeated delays and vehicle redesigns. The Spaceship Two architecture, once hailed as revolutionary, now faces criticism for its aging design and limited scalability. Engineers have expressed concern that Unity's system isn't robust enough for high-frequency commercial operations. Unlike reusable rockets from SpaceX, Virgin's reliance on aircraft-launched vehicles restricts scalability and increases logistical complexity. Each launch requires a complex ballet between the White Knight II carrier aircraft and the VSS Unity spaceplane. This method has proven costlier and more time-consuming than originally projected, frustrating stakeholders and investors alike. Virgin Galactic's stock price has reflected these frustrations, experiencing multiple sharp drops over the last 2 years. Branson himself has sold off significant portions of his stake, signaling waning confidence from the founder. While he insists it's to support other ventures, critics suggest it's a hedge against Galactic's ongoing instability. Employee turnover within the company has spiked, with several high-profile engineers exiting in 2023 and 2024. Former employees cite internal communication issues, project mismanagement, and unrealistic deadlines as persistent problems. Some claim the pressure to meet investor expectations compromised engineering integrity and internal review standards. Regulatory scrutiny has intensified, with both the FAA and NASA increasing oversight of Galactic's testing procedures. Safety experts worry that the drive for commercial success may come at the cost of operational reliability. The upcoming Delta-class spacecraft was meant to be a game-changer, but its development has stalled repeatedly. Despite optimistic projections, the Delta-class has missed every announced milestone since its unveiling. Supply chain disruptions, staffing shortages, and design overhauls continue to hamper progress behind the scenes. Meanwhile, rival companies are capitalizing on Virgin's delays by offering alternative paths to space tourism. Blue Origin's New Shepard program has completed multiple crewed missions with increasing reliability and shorter turnaround times. SpaceX has launched civilians to orbit and back, vastly outpacing Virgin Galactic in terms of capability and prestige. This contrast has made Virgin's accomplishments seem less groundbreaking, especially to the tech-savvy investment community. Virgin Galactic has responded with promises of renewed focus and upcoming announcements to reassure stakeholders. But critics argue that the company's messaging lacks substance and is aimed more at damage control than transparency. Reports suggest internal cost-cutting measures may be impacting testing procedures and quality assurance efforts. These cutbacks could jeopardize the safety of future flights, risking not only passengers but the company's survival. The pressure to deliver results has grown, especially as Virgin faces mounting losses quarter after quarter. As of early 2025, the company reported fewer than 10 planned flights for the entire year. This pales in comparison to its initial goal of weekly suborbital launches starting in 2023. Investors are increasingly asking if Virgin Galactic can pivot successfully before time runs out. The company's marketing still paints a vision of democratized space travel, available to anyone with a dream. But in reality, this vision remains largely aspirational, with limited evidence of scalable commercial viability. Virgin Galactic's failure to meet timelines has undermined its credibility with both customers and aerospace partners. NASA, once in talks to explore collaborative missions, has reportedly shifted focus to more dependable partners. The international space community views Virgin with growing skepticism, particularly in light of its inconsistent flight records. Technical problems like cabin depressurization and flight instability have emerged in internal documents leaked to reporters. These documents hint at unresolved issues that could pose serious risks if not addressed promptly. The public remains unaware of many close calls and aborted launches quietly omitted from press releases. Transparency advocates argue that Virgin Galactic owes more disclosure to its customers and the broader space community. Without meaningful change, the company risks becoming a cautionary tale of overpromising and under-delivering in the space race. Financial analysts are now questioning whether Virgin can survive another year of losses without major restructuring. Potential mergers or acquisitions have been rumored, though no formal offers have yet been confirmed. Virgin's brand power remains strong, but operationally, it may not be enough to compete long-term. While many still root for Branson's dream, the reality is that the clock is ticking fast. Some board members are reportedly pushing for drastic changes in leadership and direction. New CEO Michael Colglazier faces the challenge of restoring faith among employees, partners, and the public. His leadership will be tested as the company prepares its next critical demonstration flight. This mission will likely determine whether Virgin can regain credibility or continue its descent into irrelevance. The flight must succeed not only technically, but also in earning back the public's trust. Virgin Galactic's communications team is preparing a global campaign around the launch to reset the narrative. But spin alone won't fix the deeper engineering, financial, and structural issues plaguing the company. To truly turn things around, Virgin needs transparent leadership, reliable execution, and a renewed focus on safety. The aerospace industry is unforgiving, and credibility once lost is incredibly difficult to recover. If Virgin fails again, its dream of space for everyone might never lift off. Only time will tell whether the company can learn from its mistakes and chart a better path forward. The next few months are critical as delays mount and competitors extend their lead. Customers, investors, and space enthusiasts are watching closely, hoping for a comeback but bracing for the worst. A successful mission could reignite hope, proving that Virgin Galactic's failures are not the final chapter. But a misstep now could mean the end of its ambitions and Branson's boldest dream. For the sake of commercial spaceflight, many hope Virgin Galactic finds its way out of the storm. Space travel is too important, too inspiring to be left to giants alone. Smaller players like Virgin must find ways to adapt, evolve, and endure. Only then will humanity truly step into the next chapter of space exploration together.